Hello everyone, Nancy here from Nancy Inspired, and I am here with the teacup reading for the month of July. I know I missed June, things got a little busy and crazy for me, but here I am with the teacup reading for the month of July. So I don't do divination, it's not predicting the future. What this is soul level guidance, channeled wisdom, for what we need to be aware of, what we can learn from, how we can proceed for the month of July. So when I'm doing teacups, the bottom of the cup is sort of this soul level, deeper core, not soul level so much, but deeper core. Sometimes upbringing, sometimes, our deeper stuff that we're dealing with is at the bottom of the cup. The middle of the cup is kind of what's going on currently, the obstacles, the challenges, or the things that are guiding us. And then the top of the cup are kind of our higher self, our higher wisdom, where we're heading to. So it's interesting, for this month, there's a really beautiful image at the bottom of the cup. There's a little person kind of sitting on a bank. It almost looks like a nest, like they're just sort of nestled in there. And this is at the bottom of the cup. And they're looking at a giant flamingo that's balancing on one leg with its wings outstretched. What the message is here is that there's a delicate balance. There's a delicate balance between analyzing who you are, what you've been through, the things that have shaped you, your experiences, especially the challenging ones, the traumas, the difficulties. And, there's a delicate balance between understanding those things and how they've shaped you. And the other part is allowing yourself to fly. Because if you're so mired into the traumas and the challenges and the things that have affected you where you are now, it's difficult to fly. So this flamingo has these beautiful outstretched wings ready to take off, but it is standing on one leg. So the idea, and with this little person watching it, the idea is to be aware that we are creating a balance between looking to the past to learn and letting go in order to fly into the future. So giving yourself the opportunity to spread your wings, to fly, and not get too bogged down with understanding the traumas and past experiences. The next image in the cup is a lovely image, and it's a person that's like all turned out in fancy dress, including like a fancy hat and a fancy outfit, and it's sort of this like showing up. And that's the idea, is that we're being called this month to really show up, to when you're going out somewhere, if you're dressed in, your sweatpants and your comfy shirt, that's all good to be comfortable, but, it's a different thing as when you get, dressed up to, attend an event, and there's a different feeling in our bodies as we do that, and they serve different purposes. Well, this month we're being called to show up, to get dressed, to turn yourself out and show up. And just beside this little person showing up is like a little angel, a little spirit, a little guide. And the message here is that if we make the effort to show up, if we make the effort to be present, to stand in our own majesty, to remember that we are guided, and that as we show up, more things will show up for us to show up too as we are guided. So continue showing up. The next image in the cup is a heart. It's a perfect little heart, and what that is love yourself. Give yourself a break. We are so hard on ourselves. We are our own worst enemies. And I'm hearing clearly, just love yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you feel you haven't done well enough. Forgive yourself for the things that you haven't accomplished yet. And just love yourself. Love yourself for the fact that you are showing up every day, that you are making strides, one foot in front of the other. It's okay to fall down. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to need rest. But love yourself for showing up on this journey, and genuinely love yourself. It's not, love yourself isn't, bubble baths and chocolate. It's genuinely letting go and forgiving yourself for things that you're owning and holding on to. So love yourself. Treat yourself with love. Treat yourself the way you would hopefully be treating other people. And the last image in the cup is a turtle. And the message here is that when we've got lots going on and there's lots to take care of, slow and steady wins the race. We are just like that flamingo balancing. We have all been bogged down by our learnings, by our limiting beliefs, by the burdens or roles that we're carrying, the stresses of the world. That makes up this shell of this turtle. And yes, we're carrying it. So it's not like we can just, take off and fly. However, turtles are very mobile and, they can cover a lot of ground. It's just slow and steady wins the race. So remember, you're putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward, and that you're further along today than you were yesterday, than you were 6 months ago, than you were a year ago. You have been moving one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. And remember that, we're carrying stuff along the way. So we might not be going as fast as we want to go, but you are moving, and celebrate that and love yourself. Back to that heart. Love yourself for all the ways that you're showing up. Thanks for showing up here. Stay tuned for the teacup for the month of August.